All right, good morning, everyone. Checking in here from Flag Hill in Yucaipa. It's one of our peaks. It's a pretty big deal. But I have some tips this week I wanted to share with everyone. And the first one I'm thinking about is about our intervals. Now, Coach Brian and I usually set those parameters, like a top and a top end and a bottom end of what you want to aim for. I really encourage each of you to take that first interval and go for that lower end. We want you to have a win and we want you to knock it out of the park. So be gracious with yourself and ease into it, right? That first interval is usually like, oh man, this is so hard. I don't know if I could do 3 more of these, but trust me, it opens you up and you're going to be ready for battle in those next 3 intervals. Now, hit that parameter on the bottom end, and then the subsequent intervals, add some wattage. It's totally fine on that final interval to go to that top end and really knock it out of the park for a really potent effort. What we don't want to do is to put that potent work in number 1 and then blow their legs off, okay? So, and then be dropping wattage as you progress through your intervals. So think of that little bit of a ramp up, and just be generous with yourself and gracious that, holy cow, that first interval, whew, it's going to be a tough one, but the next ones actually feel pretty good. So you're not alone if you have those sensations. The second thing I wanted to talk about is, remember last week I set intentions for myself of getting that mobility in, and man, it's a lot harder than I thought it would be. So I started yesterday I'm like, okay, Joy, 10 minutes. 10 minutes before you go to bed, and I was able to do it, and I added in like 5 minutes more, just mess around with like doing a headstand type stuff because it's fun and I used to do them. So like pare it down to something simple that you can nail, whether you're doing stuff with your food or whatever you're mindful with. Make it short, okay? I want you, again, for that to be a knock it out of the park and for you able to hit that parameter and get it done. And so then I'm going to get back and do it today. So today I might be able to do it for 15 minutes. But we get discouraged because we can't get it done. All right, so intentions, make them doable. The third tip is understand your why. All right, a lot of us are committed to something like, today I'm going to do 42.7 miles because that's what I always do on a Tuesday and there's no wavering. Well, why? So Brian and I have both been working with a lot of you on the whys that we're doing stuff. And we're learning this with our toddler, like the just because answer doesn't always work. All right, so just because you've been doing it for a long time, let's get to the root of it. Maybe it's something that Brian and I can learn from you. We love to be educated. We love to learn from you as the athletes. But maybe it's also something that we can help you work through and be like, you know what? That was kind of arbitrary. I don't need to do 200 miles a week. Or if I say, hey, I want to do 50 miles today, but I'm riding on the gravel, I'm already 3 hours in and I'm at 30 miles, whew, you're going to be smoked. All right, so let's understand your whys and really communicate that with the coach, because we can maybe help set up something that's more of, remember, we want you to get that big win in that column. We want a big check marks on those win columns in a lot of aspects of your life. Okay, so this week, for our mindfulness and our intentions, think about your whys. Why are you committed to that 200 miles a week? Why are you committed to that 15 hours a week? Is it arbitrary? Is it good for you? Or is there maybe a different way that we can approach it that's going to be more beneficial and you're going to feel better? Because remember, at the end of the day, this is about you. All right, so the last thing I want to leave you with is we have these sweet new kits. Super Win, everybody loves them and they like them so much, we reopened our store. All right, so they're having a flash sale. We also put in there the red ones with a little bit more white and more big wheel signage on it that you can purchase. So I'm going to put the link down here in our YouTube in the description, but share it with your friends. I know now we're having a lot of people order that are friends and family of our big wheel athletes, which is super cool. So get online, order that kit, share it with your friends, and let's knock those intervals out of the park this week. Hope it's a great day.